Hi, it's Tate. Today I was reflecting on how I run a small global business because I run a small marketing agency where most of the staff are in China and I am in Canada most of the time. Now, I've got a lot of questions from people in the last couple of years because of everything that's been going on with the pandemic, travel shut down or very restricted. It gets very difficult to do business in a normal way. I think my business has been way ahead of the curve. It's actually been fairly easy for us to do everything, both managing employees and communicating with clients and all of that. So I'd like to share some of my insights here. It might be useful for somebody else if they have a business in China or even if they're just doing business globally. We have a couple other challenges with this business too. I mean, I am working in 3 different time zones for one thing because there are people in China, I'm here in Canada, we have clients in Europe and clients in North America as well. And I'm dealing with 2 languages, English and Chinese. And I am dealing with a couple different job roles because it's a small business and I am a CEO, but I'm also the salesperson now. And a lot of the time I'm working on our marketing, which is content like this for YouTube and our blog posts and such. And it's a pandemic. And then finally, I have kids too. So anybody that has kids knows that this is just going to make all of your planning and everything else just an extra step more difficult. So here are 11 tips that I thought through today in no particular order. Now, first of all, the most important thing, I guess it is in particular order because this is the most important thing. The most important thing is to have a team. So we have a good team. It took a while to build it up, and these include managers and also my wife. Now, the main management team in my company, Nanjing Marketing Group, they can make a lot of problems go away before they're problems at all. Anything to do with HR, taxes, accounting, bookkeeping, office management, buying or dealing with new computers, getting the floors cleaned, those little things, they don't come to my attention at all, which is really good. So we can focus on building great solutions for our clients and doing sales and hiring and training staff. Those are the important kind of things that we do. So that's because of my management team in Nanjing, but also because of my wife. She has a law degree. She has a accounting diploma from Canada as well. And she's really helpful at making the accounting and tax type problems just go away. I don't want to be looking at that stuff. I'm not as good at that stuff. Yeah, so that's the most important thing. Have a great team. Number 2, I work in the morning and the evening. Those are the most important times to work. So it's tough to get a good rhythm going. But the way that works really well for me is I will have my morning available for meetings or else for some type of deep work that I'm going to do on my own. Then in the evening, I will probably have a meeting or 2 with the team in Nanjing. And that could be us working on projects, or it could be me helping training somebody or them helping train me because we do so many different things and everybody's, lots of people on the team are better at the stuff we do than I am. During the afternoon, that's the tricky part because I need to slow down. I'm moving on to my next tip here, number 3, I guess already. In the afternoon, I need to slow down because I can't just be working really hard all day long. I take what's kind of like, I guess you'd call it a siesta. I will go on a walk or exercise and stretch, maybe meditate. I'll have a big meal, my main meal of the day, and that helps me calm down for a bit. And I still will have a while to wait though. During that time, I might also handle my shallow work, easy kind of work. If I have some paperwork to do or some really routine kind of emails, checking social media, that kind of stuff, do in the afternoon. Number 4, to manage this schedule, it helps to have an app like Calendly. Calendly is a really simple app. It just lets me send out a link to people and they can check that link and they can pick a time to meet with me because I don't want to have back and forth emails trying to pick the right time. I just send them that link and then they'll pick a meeting time, and it could be that I send them the link in my afternoon and then they pick the meeting time while I'm asleep, and when I wake up I have a meeting ready. It makes things a lot more convenient to do it that way. Number 5, we use a management method called SCRUM. Maybe you're familiar with it. A lot of development companies will use something like that. I don't know if marketing agencies do, but we do. We have a lot of recurring work, but then we also have new things that we're testing, new things that we're trying. We're building our solutions, we're improving them, we're building our projects, improving them, training the team. So we have a long list of things that are maybe later to do. And then in our weekly Scrum meetings that once every 2 weeks, we'll pick the more important things to do and we'll coordinate it, put them on the list, and then in a 2-week period, we'll make sure to get a lot of that stuff done. We have a lot going on. In agencies, there's a lot going on. So you need to be really efficient in managing your time and managing the projects. To make this happen, we use a tool called ClickUp. There are a lot of tools out there that are like this. ClickUp worked really well for us because we could merge our kind of recurring ongoing tasks with our Scrum method with ClickUp in a way that we couldn't really do it with tools that we had in the past. Number 6, I practice my Chinese daily because if I don't do that, then I'm just going to get kind of crappy at it. So the way that I do that is I can practice it with my family, but I need to take the initiative to talk to them in Chinese because, well, my wife is Chinese, but she's so used to speaking English. And my kids study Chinese in school, but their first language is English. So I need to take the initiative to speak Chinese with them. Then I will speak or read Chinese with my team. We have meetings that could be in Chinese or English. I will create videos like this that we use internally where I speak Chinese, and then they have a chance to tell me what I said wrong and correct me. Stuff like that just helps. It just takes some diligence to keep the language levels up. Another tool that I use that's helpful though is something called ANKI, ANKI. It's for me, I use the Android app, and it's like a flashcard tool, and it will show me the flashcard so that I can remember characters. I practice writing them, and then it will show me that flashcard less and less frequently over time as I get better at remembering it. This is supposed to help with memory. I think it does, so I use it. Number 7, we use Google Drive and we use VPNs. Now, a lot of stuff is blocked in China. That's why the Chinese team would need a VPN. Some teams that are working with China just avoid the stuff that's blocked. I don't really like that though, because our clients use tools that are blocked in China. Our clients like things like Google Drive. They like Google Analytics. They have various social media tools and all sorts of stuff. So it's a lot easier for us if our whole team is using a VPN. We use Astral. I don't know if it's the best or what is the best. Number 8. Now, I'll tell you about how our company compensation works, because I think this is important for company culture, motivation, getting people working in the right way. One problem with company culture in China, or one problem that a lot of Chinese companies face, is that staff will accept bribes. Now, some people in China will tell you that this is the way that everything is done in China. Everybody's accepting bribes, you can't stop it. I don't think that's true. I think it's actually industry by industry. But we have a way that works well. We give our team members flat compensation that's good and competitive with salaries in Nanjing. We give them all the insurance and benefits that a company should. Companies in China don't always do this. They might ask their staff to work too long. They might do other shady things. I don't know how many companies do that, but some do, and we don't. So we're reliable, first of all. Second, we give them team-based bonuses that are based on company profit. And this is meant to align our clients all the way down to the frontline people that are writing the WeChat content, social content, running the Baidu search ads, etc. We want everybody on the same page, trying to get that profit really flowing. And it's team-based, and all the data is transparent. So if something got on a whack, if somebody was trying to take advantage of the system, it just really wouldn't work. I mean, the other teammates with them would find out, and they wouldn't be happy with that. I think, and I hope that this method works really, really well for us. Number 9, now travel. I don't need to travel to China at all to run the business. During the pandemic, I didn't need to go there. And even after, I won't really actually functionally need to go there for work. Things are very convenient on my computer and my home office here and what we have. But I like to go for trips to China for the social aspect of things. I like to go to meet up with our managers, employees, sometimes with clients that will join us there, and have some hot pot or whatever it is. This helps with team building. We have various team building activities within the company too. Usually those are done without me, but I'll join in too. Now in the past, one of our team activities, when I was in my 20s, one of our team activities was just drinking. But we phased that out. Our team activities are, I think, more appropriate now. One of them that we did last time when I was there, for example, is we all went out and we did some pottery. So we learned how to do that, and we all made something and brought it home. That's the kind of thing that we do. So nowadays I'll go for social trips for a couple 2-week trips of the year, and for one summer trip that might be a bit longer. Well, I'll take my family too, and we'll visit our family in Nanjing. I mean, that's the way that's going to be, I hope, once the pandemic is over again. Number 10, we focus on a couple of fixed solutions that we built. This helps simplify the whole company, because the more complex the things are that you're doing, the harder it is to manage. And we used to just kind of go off on a tangent, and we'd be doing this thing for one client and this thing for another client, and it's just going all over the place, and things got too messy. This is before I actually learned how to manage things well. And nowadays we have just 2 set solutions. One of them's for B2B marketing to help B2B type businesses generate leads in China. And one of the other solutions is education marketing. That means we help them get students from China. And these 2 solutions have a lot of components that are just interchangeable. So it's quite efficient how we build these solutions and then keep doing them. We know what's going to work for these industries, because whatever kind of B2B project we're working on, usually it's professional services or software as a service or something. We've run a lot of campaigns that are similar to that. And we're going to start with the things that we know we can do really well, the things that we've spent thousands of hours, tens of thousands of hours on and done over and over again. We're going to start with that. We're going to get it to work. And then we're going to diverge from that a little bit, or just continue to improve those parts of the solutions that we're providing them. Finally, the last tip that I have here is to use one company culture. What I mean by that is sometimes I see managers confused when they're working with multicultural teams, because they think, oh, well, I got this person here from Canada, and I got this person from China, and this person from, I don't know, Brazil. And now as a manager, I have to understand each of their cultures and treat them differently. But that'll end up causing a lot of problems, because people don't want to be treated differently than others. They want things to be consistent, and it just makes it very complex to try to manage that kind of thing. So we have our own company. We have our company culture, we have our values, we have our purpose, we have our team building activities and our processes, and it should be pretty consistent for everybody that's working with us, regardless of where they're from. That helps out. So yeah, these are my tips for now. I'd be interested in what you think too. If you run a global business, a global small business especially, if you have some tips, leave them down below. Or if you have some more questions for me, let me know. Like I said, I didn't really plan this out in a lot of detail. I just thought up these things off the top of my head. Thanks. See you later.